Leave me alone.
Hi, everybody. Claudia McMullen here from Fluffy Cow Coffee. As you know, we are a coffee company with fantastic coffee and a fantastic mission, which is to support farm animal sanctuaries nationwide. And we do this by having our week-long online fundraiser where we donate $2.50 for every item sold on the website. And today we are with the lovely Kristen from Blackbird Animal Refuge. Hi, Kristen.
Hi, Claudia. How are you? Hey, everybody.
Hi. And now, Kristen.
Yes.
Tell us all about Blackbird Animal Refuge.
So we are a nonprofit farm animal sanctuary. We rescue animals from neglect cases, hoarding cases, abuse cases, and other places such as auctions or closed dairy farms or dairy farms in general.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Now, how many residents do you have?
We have a little under 50.
Wow.
That includes cows, sheep, goats, ducks, pigs, chickens. They'll get offended if I miss them, but that's everyone.
Awesome. And where are you located, and from what area are you getting your residents?
So we're located in South Jersey, but we have taken animals as far as Connecticut. So a few of our residents have come from Connecticut. We have also gotten them from PA, Jersey, North Carolina. Some of our pigs came from North Carolina as well, from a hoarding case down there. So it's anyone who needs help, essentially, if we can help them. It doesn't matter what state they're in. Massachusetts as well. So come from everywhere.
Yeah. And do you lean more towards particular species over others, or are you equal opportunity?
Equal opportunity. The only, I would say, residents that we don't have horses or any equine. We don't have any of our equine friends.
Is a donkey considered an equine?
I believe so. I'm not well versed in equine, but I believe so. I would love to have a little Sicilian donkey, though. I love them. Yeah. They're so adorable.
I just love donkeys, and I also love that we have donkeys on our packaging.
Yeah.
Now, tell me where in South Jersey?
It's Woodstown, New Jersey.
And where is that?
It's people know like Mullica Hill area-ish. So if you know Mullica Hill, we're about 5 minutes from Mullica Hill.
And my favorite part of this, not only obviously everything that Kristen and your organization do, is how you found us.
I found you guys at Wegmans. So I'm doing my every 2-week grocery shopping, and I saw the Hugo coffee on the shelves, and I saw that you donated to rescues. So every bag helps to help an animal. So that's what I did. I bought 2 bags of it, and then I just, for the heck of it, did a story saying that we're in for a collaboration. And then I actually had somebody reach out to me from Fluffy Cow, which I just did it. I wasn't expecting to get anything out of it, but here we are.
Yeah, I think it's great. Now, I want to just, for your fan base, or people who are watching who may not know, we have 2 brands.
Yes.
And Hugo Coffee is the original brand. And hello. Now, who's that again?
This is Linguini. He's our latest rescue. He's an Angora goat, so he just became very naked as of Monday. He was sheared on Monday.
He's beautiful. How old is he?
He is he'll be coming up on a year.
Oh, he's beautiful. So anyway, we have 2 brands, one of which is Hugo Coffee, which supports dog and cat rescue. And that's the original brand that I started in 2015 and named after my dog, Hugo. And we support dog and cat rescues nationwide. And we're in Wegmans. All 111 Wegmans, which is so excited. But we have Fluffy Cow as a sister brand, because we love all animals and we support farm animal sanctuaries like your amazing sanctuary. So we're so happy that you found us, and we're so happy that you looked us up and reached out, because that's how we find sanctuaries, is they reach out online to Beth or enter comment, and Beth responds and sets you up for a fundraiser. And here we are.
Yes. That's how it worked out.
I know. Now, Kristen, have you had the coffee?
I haven't had the fluffy cow coffee yet because I'm taking photos and videos with our residents, and they'll just rip it open, I fear, and then just eat the coffee beans. So
Yeah.
I've had the Hugo. Yeah. So I can't wait to try it. But I'm gonna be smart about it and wait until the fundraiser's over and then open them.
So now tell me something about the origin of your most recent residence.
So that would be Linguini. So we have a holistic vet that I take my dogs to, and our holistic vet, she breeds Angora goats and she uses their wool and all of that. So I told her, I said, if you ever have anybody that you don't want, or if you have anybody that is just like a runt or something that you don't want, let me know. And he was Linguini.
Oh,
So he's a small boy. And so I guess, there would be no use, I guess, for him, or his coat wouldn't be right, or whatever the case is. So we're more than happy to have him here. And he's happy to be here.
of course, he looks very happy. How many goats do you have?
We have about 14 goats, and they vary from all different breeds and where they came from. So we have anybody from, I would say, the smallest boar goat in the world. If anybody knows what a boar goat is, they're my favorite goats. I love their faces. But anywhere from boar goats to a giant Nubian who is 6'5" when he stands on his hind legs. He is a giant goat. But
Wow.
mm-hmm.
Why do goats stand on their hind legs? What's that about?
He's trying to play. So he wants to play, but he'll play with my partner, and my partner can handle him because he is 6'5", but
Wow.
he sees me as a playmate, and he doesn't realize that I can't play with you because I know that you can hurt me, but he doesn't understand that. So he's essentially just trying to play, and but he can be a little rough. He's the dominant one over there in the field with everybody else.
How does Linguini get along? Has Linguini been introduced to the goats yet?
So he has a little paddock. He's still in quarantine for a little bit because we just had his manly bits taken care of. And so he's healing from that. But he's also he came with a lot of lice. So we've been treating him for lice and stuff like that. So he has been out in a paddock where he's essentially next to our other goats. And he's been introduced to what will be his new best friend. But I'm hoping this week I can put him out with everybody. We just have to wait because he needed to wait for a month because he can still make babies with our ladies, and we don't want that. We don't promote any of that. So, he just needed a little bit. so
Post-surgery, they can still impregnate for up to a month.
So it's called birdizoing, and what it is it's not a full castration. It's what they do is they have a little machine. They sedate them, so they're out for this, and they just will crush the blood vessels. So they can no longer make babies, but they can up to a month after that make babies. So we're not anything. And the reason why we prefer not to do that is because now that it's getting out, there's no incision. We don't have to worry about infection. And now that it's starting to get hotter outside, we don't have to worry about things like fly strike or anything like that. The fly is getting on him and causing infection.
Okay. All right. Now, what was I just going to ask you? Oh, how big is your property?
So we have a little less than 12 acres, and 3 of those are preserved wooded area. And then it's nice. We have a little creek that runs through in a pond, but about 9 of our acres are dedicated to our animals and a garden that we like to have in the summertime. So
That's awesome. And now, do you feel like you're at capacity?
I I wouldn't say. I mean, I know that we could probably, for cows, yes. So we have about 9 cows. If we took any smaller goats, we could. But it's not so much about capacity, it's more about being financially responsible. So when
Yeah.
we take these animals, what a lot of people love the rush of rescuing somebody and getting them into the safe space and out of the bad situation that they're in. So a lot of the times we see a flood of donations come in when we're trying to rescue. But what a lot of people, I don't think, realize, or they may not understand, is that once we say yes to these animals, we're saying yes to them for the rest of their lives.
Right.
So, continuing to take on new rescues is not financially responsible, because we also have these animals that we promise to take care of for the rest of their lives, and we need to be able to provide medical attention, basic needs for them. So I think right now we are at the point where we are done with taking anybody, just because in all honesty, we've had a lot of emergency vet bills over the past 6 months. So we have about $12,000 in vet bills that we're trying to pay off. So taking on somebody else is not responsible to do that, and it's just happened so quickly for us with these medical bills. So that's our focus right now, is to pay that off.
And I think a lot of people don't realize, or maybe it was just me, I didn't realize this for the longest time, how long some of these species live.
Yes.
Like
So
how, like this, like linguini's one. What is the lifespan of a goat?
yeah, so he can live up to 15 years. I mean, I've known goats to live up close to 20 years. Cows can live to 25 years. Pigs can also 12 to 15 years. So, and sheep, we have a ram. He is probably one of our oldest residents. He's about 14 years old. So, they can live a long time. Our ducks are about between 5 and 8 years old. It's so they can live a while.
Sure. Yeah.
A lot of people understand that, because they're sent away at such young ages that
Right.
people are shocked to hear that a cow can live up to 25 years.
Right. And that, do you have chickens?
Yes, we have 3 roosters and we have 2 girls, and they oh my gosh, I don't even know how old they are. So a lot of them are rescues, so we don't know exactly how old they are.
Sure.
But we had about 10 girls that we had rescued from a fire that was here in Woodstown. It was an egg laying farm, and about 300,000 chickens died in that, and there was about 280 survivors, and they lived for about 5 years. But the egg layers, they don't live for a long time, because their bodies are so strained when it comes to laying the eggs. But I mean, I've known chickens to live up to 10 years old, so.
Yeah. Now, does Blackbird do any kind of education or outreach in the community or elsewhere?
So we have been to places like, where was it? I think it was the University of Penn. Was it? There was a kind of like a study group that we were invited to. So we went there and we chatted with them a little bit about, what we do in our sanctuary. But where we are, I would say it's a little difficult to do that. It's such a big farming community that, you do what you can on social media and stuff like that. But, the people around here aren't really interested in learning that, because this is how they make this is their lifestyle, right? So this is how they make their money. But we have done, events like Veg Fest, and, but not, I mean, I would love to, do something like that in the future, just to
Yep.
chat with people. Yeah.
Look, I know how difficult it is when you're in a rural area and the messaging is a little antithetical to what everybody in that area's lifestyle is.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Right. So like I live in a similar area, and my coffee is sold at a farm stand.
Okay.
Fluffy Cow is sold at a farm stand, and my messaging there is just say it supports farm animals.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
don't, because like if you get into the sanctuary conversation, then you get into all of that potential conflict, and just
Right.
we support farm animals.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Right. Now, is this also linguine?
Yeah, I'm just in his stall. It's raining outside, so he doesn't want to be outside in the rain. He gets the paddock that he's in is right next to the barn, so I bring him. He has shade, but when it rains, he freaks out, so I bring him inside.
He is beautiful. I'm going to New Jersey for a week in July. I might try to stop down.
Oh, yeah, we're here. I don't go anywhere.
Yeah, that's the one thing I know about you guys and your farm animal sanctuaries is you don't get to go anywhere anytime.
Right, exactly.
We're doing a Veg Fest in San Diego this weekend.
Oh wow, that's fun.
Yeah, that's one of the means by which we're trying to get the word out about Fluffy Cow is through Veg Fests.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, they get a lot of people that go there. I mean, I've been to 2 of them. We did Asbury Park, and then we also did Atlantic City, and it was really good. There was a lot of people there. Mm-hmm.
And the next time you do it, you keep us in mind, because we can have a Fluffy Cow table, and then the proceeds of which will support Blackbird Animal Refuge.
That's awesome. Yeah, for sure.
So speaking of which, so we're towards the end of the fundraiser week. It's Friday. I just want to remind your fan base that we donate $2.50 for every single item sold on the website, not order item. So you get a 3-pack, that's 3 times $2.50, blah, blah, blah. We have tons of stuff on the website that is not coffee, should you not drink coffee. But if you do drink coffee, our coffee is really good. It's fantastic coffee served in 5-star resorts and at Wegmans. I also wanted to let you know, Kristen, that we are at a festival this week, a Grateful Dead festival. Yes.
Gosh, that's awesome.
You heard me. And Blackbird Animal Refuge is going to benefit from those sales as well.
Oh, thank you so much.
So not just the online, but also the Grateful Dead Fest.
That's so wonderful.
So we have our work cut out for us, though. We have 2.5 more days, and we got to get the word out to your fans and our fans to go to the Grateful Dead Fest, and for your fans to buy online and to buy, so I can write you a big old check on Monday. Now, say I could write you a check for like $300. I'm going to assume that's going to go towards medical bills.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
All right. Yeah. Well, then that is our charge. I'd like to write you a bigger check. But the goal is to help you pay down those surprise or emergency medical bills.
That would be amazing. Thank you so much.
And I'm really sorry for everybody listening about whatever the hell's going on with my sound.
I can't hear anything. You sound fine to me.
Oh God. Okay. Well, I hope that happens on the website. I mean, online as well, because it sounds like crap to me. But anyway, Kristen, we're gonna do our damnedest to write you as big a check as we can on Monday, and we hope you have a great weekend. And we're gonna get the word out, right?
You too. Yes. Thank you. Where's the Grateful Dead festival?
It's in Salt Lake somewhere.
Oh, okay. I thought you said New Jersey. I don't know. You're going to be in Jersey in July. I can't keep things straight.
Yes, I'm going to be in New Jersey in July helping a friend who just had a stroke. So I'm going to be there for a bit. Yes. So hope maybe we could do a road trip down to your refuge.
Yes, absolutely. Let me know.
Awesome. All right. Fingers crossed, Kristen. You have a wonderful weekend. I want to write you a big old check.
Yes. Thank you, Claudia. Thanks,
okay.
everybody.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.